Thank you so much. I'm so excited to geek out tonight with you guys about public art. Public art is beautiful, barrier-free way of being in community. We think it's huge, like so huge. There's a little man on the scale for a direction of how large public art is in Providence. And if you're from Providence or from the state of Rhode Island, you probably know our work. I work for an organization called the Avenue Concept, and we install these large, beautiful murals and a really beautiful sculpture program as well. We also do public events, and we're planning a fabulous 250-person standing room only public event when this all came down and the news came. And not only did our event get canceled, but schools closed and companies shuttered, and all of a sudden our installation program and our public events program for the year stopped. And we had to really rethink what we were going to do, of course, just like everyone else. But the beauty is that we are a small staff of artists and doers and strategists, and we think, how can we be most helpful to the community at this time? What is going to be important? And we started thinking, like, what do we have available? First of all, we know parents are going to be stuck at home with their kids. Second of all, we know people are going to want to go out and do some things in a safe and productive way. So what we did first was we built 2 self-guided art tours, complete with questions and kind of this experiential learning component. Went from idea to launch in 5 days, had over 4,500 people up to date on public art, and built it really in a very low-tech way, available on smartphone, on Google Docs, and on Google Maps. And we're a design organization, so for us to not have something be fabulous and beautiful was a little risky, but actually it was such a good moment for us, because the most important part was, how do we make it accessible to community? Because this was going on, and Italy had closed down, and we are seeing this whole community of people say, how do we become about solidarity? How do we become about community? And we were sitting in a staff meeting one day, and my colleague, Brian Dowling, who's amazing, said, why don't we create a public art available to the people in their neighborhoods? Why don't we ask people to make their art available by putting it in their windows? And so we started thinking about, like, this is amazing. We want people to be able to walk through the streets and see that other people are with them and that they care and that they're thinking about each other. And a number of days later, we launched Make Your Art Public, which was our response to saying, you as a community can be part of creating a better feeling and sentiment for all of our people. And the response was really remarkable. First of all, children love to put art in windows. Parents love to have kids have activities. And adults, even though they're a little timid about it, are willing to kind of step into the space as well. And, people are putting art up in windows, but they're also posting it on social. We're really making an impact. And good ideas travel. And we were really excited last week to see that the governor with RISCA launched their own Make Your Art Public process of asking people to post art online and really bring art to the community. And anything that amplifies art, and especially leadership, we are really supportive of. The benefit of being on a small team is that we can be responsive to even fun things. So Betsy Jones, who's another team member, came to our meeting one day, way before virtual backgrounds were a thing, and had this fabulous background. We were like, that is the coolest thing. Oh my God, we've got to do that for the public. And so in a matter of like 3 hours, we had 9 or 10 gorgeous scenes that you see here that we were able to push out to the public, and people could bring public art into their own meetings. They could show their Providence pride. They could love their own community, even in their home environment. And we were so geeked because we got put on the social distancing bingo card that Rhode Island Commerce put out. And it meant a lot to us as a team, because we're just using things that we love to brighten people's day. And that's really kind of the way that we're trying to figure out how to use public art, even in this time of quarantine. In a short period of time from being able to be in public, the governor was asking us to limit our communications with only 5 people, to only be around 5 people at a time. And we're like, oh, you know, this is really hard for people. How are we going to help our community figure this out? And in this kind of way of thinking, like, what do we have available? We had printed all of these fabulous postcards for the event that we couldn't have. And so we were like, you know, people love mail, they love beauty. And we have a post office that actually needs our support and is functioning right now. What can we do? So we started to strategize this. Don't we all miss really good whiteboards? I do. We started to strategize. You have your 5 core people. Who are the people outside of your 5 core people that you really want to love up? Who needs our support right now? And so we designed this little thing that we called Until Then. And we started sending packets of 5 postcards to people within the state of Rhode Island and asking them to then send those postcards out to other people in Rhode Island, just to share love, just to share like inspiration and a little bit of joy and just a sense of belonging. And the ripples from this little project have just been so lovely, because the truth is that everybody wants to think that other people are thinking of them, and they also really want to pass those good feelings on. And sometimes receiving something that is beautiful and is physical and tactual that you can put up on your wall is an unexpected beauty that we all need. So what's next? We're kind of thinking about different ways to engage the community in the work that we're going to do next, but public art has always been really closely related to economic development. And we want to help reopen the downtown and the south side and the west side economy. So I think that that's kind of where we're going to move, but I hope you all will join us on a tour sometime soon.